Let's get started for everyone that's here with us and everyone that's watching on YouTube or later. I am so excited to welcome all of you that are here, especially in these uncertain times, so we can connect, but especially excited today because I get to, for the very first time, welcome my amazing dear friend, Emmy. We have been friends for many years and we talk about how our work overlaps, but we've never had the opportunity, and this uncertain world brought it together for us to bring this all into one realm and to all of you. So I want to just share about Emmy for you because she is incredible. She's a mom, a cancer survivor. She's recognized globally as a lead influencer for positive body image and self-esteem. She's also an award-winning, iconic American supermodel, nominated twice as People Magazine's 50 Most Beautiful People. And I have to say, that is inside and out in every way because her soul shines so bright. In 2018, she was nominated by Oprah Magazine as the godmother of the full figure industry. What a cool title that is. And she's just so inspirational. When we walk, Emmy, you always bring me calm, connection, bits of wisdom and nuggets. So I am truly honored that you're here today, especially in these times. So welcome.
Thank you, Debra. Thank you so much for this wonderful space that you've created for all of us to come together and be able to share our life's journey with each other. This is just wonderful. I'm so excited with your release to come of Sex After Baby. Hello.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Let's throw that one out the window and that myth, that perception that no, that's not for us. Well, it is. It certainly is. So thank you very much for having me share your time with you.
You're
As
welcome.
always, I love you very much, and I love the fact that you share the birthing journey so beautifully with Orgasmic Birth on Instagram. I've never seen birthing ever like this before, and every day I get the gift of checking out your Instagram handle and see birth, new life every day. So I applaud Instagram for understanding the work that you're doing and not shutting it down. It's beautiful that we get to see this joy day in and day out. Women bringing their future into this world in a way that's compassionate and considerate and loving. So thank you for bringing that to the world with you and all the doulas and all the health practitioners that work with you to provide this to women.
Yeah,
And
thank you
families.
so much. And we do thank Instagram because it has been a challenge at times. And we really appreciate that you and so many people can see what we call the best kept secret. We don't talk enough about birth being a part of our whole life, the emotional, the spiritual, the sacred, the intimate, the sexual. And so it's been a joy. And I didn't even mention my new book because I get so shy, but that is what we're talking about. It's really been my biggest birth, is to create a book listening to women and people all over the world on what are their challenges and how do they overcome them to have more connection, love, intimacy with themselves and their partners as parents. And this is a time where sadly many people disconnect and the divorce rate goes up. And so I really gathered a lot of stories, including yours, Emmy, to guide people, I hope, in a path to making sure that this time after having a baby is sacred and intimate. And that's why we're here today, because such a big part of really stepping into who we are is feeling comfortable in our body. And
Yes.
pregnancy, right, takes us through this huge change. And postpartum is another huge change. And sadly, for many of us as women, we even begin that journey not fully present and grounded in our body. So I'm so excited for you to share some of your wisdom in this experience and how we can come into our body today more than ever.
Wow, it's a wonderful opportunity to share the journey of understanding my body, myself, and how I meld into this human being, this offering in this life. And it's taken me years and years and years, and I'm still always going to be a student. It's just until recently that I started to fully embrace and learn more and more that the soul can only live within this that we call our body. We don't get a human experience without it. And when I started asking my body in the morning, how do you feel? How's everything going? Before I would get up, I just started doing this naturally after a lot of meditation and reading and doing the self work. It was that I wish I had done more of this work back when I had my daughter Toby 18 years ago. But I was already starting the journey, and I started at that time instead of being afraid of getting out of work. Because I was being a model, you have to be a certain consistent size. So when I got pregnant and I really wanted to be pregnant, I really honored the growing beauty miracle inside of me. And I wrote about it, and I really thought, my gosh, how could I ever, ever blame my body for what it's doing? I really threw that out the window the moment that I started seeing the change of my breasts and my hips and my stomach and the widening of my hips. And I really got into being a, a mother that was going to birth. And it blew my mind, actually, and pushed me in another direction of body positivity and acceptance. Today, it's it's awesome to see that so many millions and millions of young women, medium-aged women, young children, and older, the grandparents and great-grandparents are being exposed quantumly on the idea of body positivity. But we're still left with birthing being put in the side, being kind of hidden and not really talked about, which the work that you're doing, Debra, is really bringing it out, bringing it to the forefront, celebrating this time, which is so very, very important. And when we do walk through that door post-birth, there's not a lot of support within our culture to honor the mother, to just honor what she has done for the world with bringing forth yet another human soul to contribute to this world. That alone, and then taking a step to her, that yes, she is now giving off milk, giving off food and nutrients and life to feed, and having the fat stores on the body to support and to ensure that this individual, this soul, is able to live and to breathe and to thrive, not just to survive, but to thrive. That is what our bodies are able to do. So when you sit back and you think about just that for a moment, there's unfortunately mass culture jumps in and goes, lose weight, jump here, do this, bounce back, be your best pre-baby, and there's no time at all to be awestruck.
Well said.
So slow it all down and honor that there might be some ups and downs. Heck, you've got a lot of hormones going on. There's a lot happening in this beautiful body that, has to have some time to adjust, that you don't have two going on. Your hormones have to find its own place. And when we can relax and allow the tears to flow, to allow the good feelings to be, to allow yourself to say, I need help mentally, physically, spiritually, not to go through this alone. We're going to be able to chip away and to be able to honor and support the many different stages of post-pregnancy in a way that's manageable, meaningful, celebratory, and flip the script on feeling shame, on feeling guilt, on feeling that you haven't bounced back already, right? So we could continue. We should, continue moving more. Do you have any questions, Deb, so far on this? I mean, you're nodding your head going,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
it's awesome because so many women postpartum, right, feel shame. Like, and I often say they're always trying to get back. Like, I want to get my body back, but that's not being present, right? And we're never going to get it back. We have to honor this is a new body, right? And
Yes.
as you and I know, we have the joy of some years, our body is always changing, even
Yes.
after birth and as we age. And if we're always looking to be something else, we're never fully present in the miracle that our body offers just as it is today. So, what other tips would you have? Because I know you do so much. How can we love what we have? Every little stretch mark, bump.
Yes. So there's a lot that we can delve into, and just know, I think the beginning of our chat today was, your body is hearing everything that you're saying. What we say, even without words, how we feel or what we say to ourselves when we look into a mirror has so much to do with. Thank you. Has so much to do with how we're going to live that day. So I want women to go and get on Amazon and order grease pens, please, in all the different colors and with a little eraser. And what I want you to do is I want you to write on all the mirrors in your home, body blessings, love blessings, self-care blessings. You rock it, girlfriend. Awesome curvitude baby doll, or whatever you want to say, write these messages and write beautiful artwork on your mirrors so that when you wake up, you are reflecting what you want, not what your brain has been programmed, what your society has said, what certain marketers have done. And hopefully, number two, you start being your media watchdog. You pull back on, I guess, beauty magazines or the kind of media content that you're absorbing where there might be a lot of advertising that is singular reflections of beauty. If you can find certain media outlets that have a diverse array of beauty in size diversity, in age diversity, in shape diversity, in all different types of diversity, that's more reflective and a little bit and much less directed into a singular modality of acceptance if you are to be exposed by any kind of media. The third thing is take the time and be with yourself every single day. Get into some type of a practice if you can, which we all can, even if it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes a day. Sit and meditate. However that is, whatever that looks like for you, allow everybody in the household to understand that this is your private sacred time. Buy a candle, have a few, have a place in your home, in your apartment where it's comfortable where you sit. You light your candle. You maybe might want to light incense or something that smells good, and just sit and breathe. Feel your body as you breathe deeply to get yourself nice and centered. So you wake up with the beautiful messages on your mirrors. You start editing what you're absorbing with media, what you expose yourself to. And then you also give yourself this peaceful practice of being centered, being one, much more than just your body, but inclusive of your body and the blessings of being here and right now. Those are the three right now that we could just kind of hold on to. my daughter and I have a really good time with drawing on our mirrors. We send each other messages of goddessness. Um, and sometimes we're the only ones in our lives, and I'm talking that collectively, that we're the only ones that are being positive. There's a lot of people, especially right now today, that are all talking doomsday and talking, and it's horrific what we're going through. It truly is pretty awesome. On the flip side of that, we're given this beautiful opportunity that none of us have ever had in our lifetime to go within. And a lot of people might be like, whoa, what do you mean by that? Oh my gosh, your body, yourself has been waiting for you to slow it down. Take a nap during the day if you need it. Don't, no guilt, no shame here. Take it while you can.
Yes,
While you're staying in, take advantage. This is all going to help your own body image and your self-esteem, and it will build your vitality and your fortification, so that when somebody might be saying, oh, you haven't lost that baby weight yet, you won't react so much. But guess what? During this time, you're not going to really hear that from the outside world, because we're not socializing with anybody other than our family. So if you have a partner or someone that has their own body image issues, which, that can happen, there's no time like the present to love deeply, forgive quickly, and be your own advocate lovingly,
Great wisdom. And I have to say, I mean, every bit was fantastic, but the celebrating your body on your mirror and your daughter, or it can be your partner, right? Or anybody, but what
Yes.
a beautiful thing. Cause we always look in the mirror. You have a mirror, and what a message to give that positive affirmation. I love it.
Giving it to yourself. It's your gift to you, and flipping the script on pivoting away from looking negatively at yourself. No more. Let you be your own goddess. Be your own support. And if you can start nourishing yourself at the deepest part of your soul, of your own beauty, your own value, your own essence of goodness, no one can knock you off that. But if you're always looking outside and you don't do that for yourself, you're always going to be in depletion. You're never going to be filled. So start doing that. This is the perfect time.
Right.
The perfect time to do it.
We have several people here, and I know they're like being quiet, but I'd love to hear from a few of you. How is this feeling to you? Is this something that you're already doing, some of Emmy's tips? Or are you like me going, oh my goodness, I can't wait to write all over my mirror later today? And feel free, those of you that are here in the chat on Zoom, you can go in there. If you're in Zoom, I know some of you are on YouTube, so we can't hear you or see your comments, but those that are here live, you can even unmute and open up your video. I know some of you were opening it up and I shut it off just so we could really hear Emmy, but we'd love to see or hear you. Anyone? And I know, Conan, you were there, and you do a lot of work around working with new parents and in this. Are you in a place where you can unmic or open video?
So what I would love to do is, while we're waiting for our guests and the tribe, your tribe, to jump in and share their own tips to help them be almost like a goddess warrior. It's almost like a goddess warrior, where things are coming at you, your own self sometimes, and you have to go whoosh, like the Kung Fu warrior, graceful, with strength and wisdom, right? And just be like inside of yourself, welling that you are a goddess. And this is a true time, post-birth, during birth, during a woman's life, whether you're able to be pregnant or not. It's when you own that energy of your own self-reliance, your own fortitude. It's nothing can topple you. A couple of books that I wanted to share, that I think that you know, when we're away, when the girlfriends are all away and when the mentors are away, it's nice to be able to curl up. And during this time, I haven't had a chance to read some really great books until just recently. It's been so nice to kind of skirt away into my bedroom, get into my covers for like a 20-minute little rest and read different books. So a couple of the books that set me just, I was so blank, almost like body image and self-esteem. I was a blank slate. And when I read You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay,
Oh,
oh, right. Deborah, that wasn't that a monumental book?
yes.
Yeah. I think it was in the 80s that I read Louise Hay, and I remember reading it and looking at it going, what? Really? You're kidding me. Oh, I love that. And I read it over and over. My You Can Heal Your Life book is all frayed, and I've given so many away, but that's a beginning book. That's almost like a foundational book to take that journey and to support the journey. The Art of Happiness, the 10th anniversary edition, right? The Dalai Lama. I mean,
Dalai Lama, another one I love.
just big minds, you know, simple concept. What a wonderful, wonderful vehicle for this message. And it's
And
all
for
about
right
happiness.
now,
Yeah, yeah,
right now, for
yeah.
everyone to bring that calm and happiness and peace inside. Yeah.
Yes. And if anybody could talk about happiness, I love that Yale University's most popular class is the class on happiness, and I believe that it's online now. So if anybody wants to jump in and figure that one out, and you know, get into the class, and others, colleges around the United States are having happiness classes as well, because obviously before this virus hit our nation and globe, needless to say, a lot of people were not happy. A lot of people were running themselves into the ground, trying to serve, quote unquote, other masters, whether it was a boss, whether it was a loved one, whether it was someone, but the self was saying, hello, and high rate of illness and dis-ease happening. And speaking of disease, another area where there's quantum things happening is Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe, his story is so cool. I just want you to go onto YouTube and type in Dr. Joe, Dispenza. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and paste this and put this into our chat right now.
Thank you.
Mind if I do this to everyone, Deb?
Yeah, no, please.
Okay, there we go. So Dr. Joe went through a debilitating paralyzation. He was paralyzed. It was not good. And he refused, through the power of positive thinking, he refused to hear what other people were saying about his body and what his body can do. And he just went through a whole series of daily, every minute, every hour that he was awake, he went through self-healing on such a quantum level. And he knew once he was better and able-bodied again, that his journey was, and in a very compassionate, non-doctorial way, on how to rewire your brain to be more vital and more engaged and more like, I'm here for a reason, and this is my body, back off. You can bite me if you don't agree, not my issue. Moving on. So Dr. Joe is really fabulous when it comes to quantum healing, the way we think and what we're actually capable of. And any woman that's birthed will say, hello, I can't believe I went through this. This was really something, to see another human growing inside of me. I mean, that alone is an incredible miracle. But to support us more on this journey, Dr. Joe. And the classic of all classics is The Power of Positive Thinking.
Yes.
Norman Vincent Peale. That's like, gotta have it. Got to have that in your library. And if during this time when we're in, um, these are big concepts that are very, very large audiences with a very simple concept. There's a lot of support online for that, but these books are just fabulous. There's a couple more, but I think those three really, and I'm going to actually.
And what about yours, my dear? Can you tell us your book?
Okay, so yes, we can talk about it. So I did a book with Chicken Soup for the Soul with Natasha Stoyanoff and Amy Newmark, and we wanted to reflect what was going on with this empowerment movement within the United States. Thankfully, with the help of social media. When I started out in the industry in the early 90s, I used to be a reporter. So when I would talk about body image and self-esteem, a lot of the media they were like, what are you talking about? You know, how could you be so positive when you're a size 12, 14 woman being a model in the industry? At that time, I was enormous compared to the size 0 girls, but I knew better. I just understood that diversity was where it was at. I was talking about it constantly at the very beginning. And today, having the help of social media is a double-edged sword. If you watch too much of it, you go down the rabbit hole and you get all self-conscious and crazy and you waste a lot of time. But the other side of it is that you're seeing diverse storytellers being able to talk about their journey to body image and self-esteem. And we wanted to put it out into the zeitgeist of the Chicken Soup for the Soul zeitgeist and say, ladies, why don't you tell us your story of what was going on in your life, and then you're rising up from the ashes. We gave them a certain word count. And to say that we received thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of submissions is an understatement. Now, we had the job because Chicken Soup for the Soul is 101 stories. We had to choose 101 stories. And so Amy had a batch, Natasha had a batch, and I had a batch. And we would like negotiate like we were playing poker, no, this story is so important because of this and this and this. And so our goal was to have diverse backgrounds being represented, age being represented, a couple of men's stories of their reflection of the women in these certain situations reflected. And we have this book called Curvy and Confident. And it has been such a joy to be able to send it to women that are grappling with different issues. I mean, there was a few stories about, there's so many different stories in there that it reflects what we go through daily, weekly, yearly as a woman, and how we're not alone. We are not alone in how we feel about our bodies. I'm telling you, I mean, we all know this, our girlfriends, our family, we sometimes help each other by saying, I really don't agree with you. I think you're fabulous. And, our bodies are always changing, to your point, Deb, that you had shared. This is what it's like. It's like the ebb and flow of an ocean. There's a rhythm to life. There's going to be a rhythm when you have, less body fat on your body. There's going to be a rhythm when you have more. And you have to allow, if you try and go against nature, that's when things get all screwed up. Diets, DIE is in a diet, DIE.
Yeah.
You want to fill yourself with nutrients, emotional nutrients and physical nutrients, so that you're giving yourself the best life possible. Life is very short. It's very quick. I want to make it last as long as possible. And I want to be able to go and jump and have fun. And I have a hashtag called Play, Sweat, Win. Most of my friends think I'm absolutely crazy. I don't care.
That's okay.
I don't care. I really don't care.
Joy. So tell everybody who's here, how can they follow you on Instagram? What's your hashtag?
Sure. My handle is Supermodel EMME. I'm going to put this into here, and you can go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. That's a. Let me just put this in.
Put that and put your book in too, so everybody
Sure.
can get a copy, because what an inspiration. And I think all the books that you gave right now, we all need to find those things that bring us that connection, that lift our spirits. Our emotions are our hormones, and our hormones really change how our whole body feels. And as much as I love what you said about the happiness courses, it is a sad comment on society that we need courses, particularly in universities, for happiness. But it's good to see so many people doing it. And
Yes.
science, to me, amazes me that this is an area. I'm not all about faking things, as you'll find out in my book. But what I do know is you can fake a smile. And if you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you have, as Emmy said, all your goddess affirmations, or whatever affirmations that make you celebrate who you are and your body and you're beautiful. And for a minute, they make you giggle. When you turn the frown upside down and fake a smile, your body doesn't know the difference between a real smile and a fake smile. You will shift your hormones, and within minutes, you will actually feel into really wanting to smile. So, like, your idea on the mirror is so perfect in every way. And everyone that's here has to really promise that even if you're feeling a lot of challenge now, and especially if there's anyone that's getting ready to give birth, or someone who's just home with a newborn and you don't have all the care and support that you were dreaming you'd have, that you certainly deserve and desire, and these are challenging times for you, the more you can smile, your baby feels that change from a frown to a smile, whether they're inside or they're outside. They are affected by us. And these were amazing tips, Emmy, how we all can every day from this particular time to any day in the future as the world changes, really celebrate the miracle that we each are. And I just honor and celebrate you, my dear friend, for your tips and wisdom.
Ring the bell, subscribe for more of our videos on how you can bring more fun, love, sex, and intimacy to yourself and your relationship after having a baby. And visit orgasmicbirth.com, Sex After Baby. I have a free gift waiting for you. My newest book, #1 on Amazon new releases, The Ultimate Guide to Sex After Baby, Secrets to Love and Intimacy. Get your free copy.